gonna check out Monday, which I normally don't get to because we usually record on Sundays. I was like, oh yeah, I have to listen to this day. Oh, whatever. All about She's hunting my light-up armband so I can go walk around at night.
That's, Oh, that's not
So, welcome to the Northern Knits Podcast. This is episode 107, where we discover that broken baby toes hurt as much as broken big toes. Oh, should not have crossed my leg that way. Whatever. They can't do anything for broken toes.
No, they really can't. They just
Delightfully annoying. Because, I mean, ow, you want some support. But then you think about the awkwardness of casting a toe. I don't need another cast in my life. I'm good, thank you. Not necessary. Technically, we're a knitting podcast.
Mm-hmm. Although today we're on cat watch because she's playing right near the tripod.
You're on cat watch.
I'm on cat watch,
This
so
is
if I
my
suddenly
life.
lunge, it's to save the camera from the cat.
If that happens, I may leave that part in and not edit it out.
Or by all means.
Because it'll be a raising of my eyebrows, you moving really fastly, me going, oh, okay, so that happened. I am Jocelyn, my co-host is
Diana.
And theoretically, we'll eventually get to talking about some knitting.
Yeah.
Woohoo! It was a balmy 6 degrees Celsius outside today. I had the windows open for a while.
It's beautiful. I only wore a sweater today.
No, I know it's officially spring. You know why? The construction on the main road has started to fix the bridge again for the season.
Yeah, I noticed that.
It's down to one lane again. Backups all the time. I didn't even think about it till I heard it on the radio news this morning, because last week was spring break for us here, for my niece's age range. So I had her home all week, and it's usually lighter traffic for everybody. So I didn't realize till Monday this morning that they'd closed it down to one lane again, and they were talking about backups on, because of one lane. I'm like, oh, right. Completely forgot about it. Opened up my window this afternoon, and I heard the pile driver going, oh, right.
It's construction season.
It's construction season. Which,
Anyway, we're supposed to be talking about knitting.
sure. Did you bring any? Did you do any knitting? Hey, Diana, how's the knitting going?
I did no knitting.
Diana.
I did crochet and sewing.
Welcome to the Jocelyn Show.
I did crochet and sewing. I just didn't do any knitting. I did crafting.
I knitted. I made dinner for you.
I brought bread.
It's true. That's only because my sister misplaced the bread maker. I don't even know how you do that. Had I known last night, I would have done overnight rise dough last night and had bread today. I did not know that, so I went to bed without overnight dough rising. I don't use eggs in my dough recipes.
I think in a traditional bread recipe, it's just flour, water, and yeast.
Pretty much. And I like the room temperature rise. The gluten's better if you leave it for 12 hours. Yeah.
If you want to do it even slower, you can put it in the bread and you get even better flavor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did I put it in the fridge? Yeah.
You said bread. I
did
assumed
put it
you
in
meant
bread.
fridge.
Yeah, put it in the fridge.
Put your rising bread in your old loaf of bread. It just helps with everything.
I'll be over here with my tea.
Ah, that's delightful. You sure you didn't want caffeine?
It is Monday evening, just for the record. It's not Sunday. I was sick yesterday. I had a headache. I don't know what was up. Anyway, I'm better today, but apparently still not firing on all cylinders.
That's fine. It's not uncommon. People get migraines. It happens. I don't wish them on anybody. They are awful.
I don't know if it was even a migraine. It was just like, I feel gross.
Well, I'm looking forward to migraine season. It's going to be great. Not.
Shall we get into what's in our cups?
Sure.
I have stolen from Jocelyn some, I wrote this down, cinnamon rooibos chai from David's Tea, from their dessert after dinner tea collection.
True, you did. Which is good, because I'm not a huge rooibos fan.
Suits me just fine. Caffeine free.
It smells like a good tea. I'm not a huge rooibos fan. I'll drink it. It's okay, but
It's pretty
not one I would
delicate,
choose.
actually. It smells stronger than it tastes.
Oh, nice.
I
You
like
know what?
it.
For a dessert tea, nothing wrong with that.
Nothing at all. A little bit of sugar. This would be great. Probably could have steeped it longer, but whatever.
I'm having some sea buckthorn cherry from, Tea Desire?
Yep.
From Saskatoon. My mom brought it home last season for me. And it's been sitting all sealed up good. And I'm going to enjoy some warm. And then I'm going to start making it iced. Because it is freaking amazing as iced tea.
It is.
Also super good if you really steep it and condense it down and put it in your baking.
How does that work?
Well, you make chocolate cherry cupcakes. And there's your water source.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just opened a whole new world of baking to me.
Oh, jeez.
I was learning about tea eggs on the weekend.
Okay.
You make a hard-boiled egg and then you basically steep it in tea and other spices for like an hour.
Yeah.
It sounds interesting.
They're not bad. You know what we should do? We should make energy bites for next Sunday, because I can't make them on my own. I don't have a food processor.
Yes, I think I even still maybe have some stuff for that. It might also be horribly stale, so I should check.
Well, it's one of those ones that if we did that, we can freeze them, can't we?
I think so, yeah.
If we do that, we could do a big bunch of them, and I can just bring some home and then split the cost of the materials, and then that way none of the materials go to waste, and we all have energy bites. Energy bites for everyone!
Works for me.
And we're done playing.
It's nap time now. It's good. Suits me just fine. I don't have to be like, ah!
There was some aggressive playing going on. We were masterfully hunting my light-up armband for walking around at night, which I never use. Thank heavens my grandmother doesn't watch. I don't use it. I'm light sensitivity issues. I don't like additional lights around me. Just messes with what non-existent night vision I do have.
Fair enough.
It's a thing. Ooh, you know what we could have put into Wool Gathering, which I'll just put in there now. We drew for prizes.
No, I thought we were going to talk about that with events. It's over now. We drew for prizes.
Either or works.
Anyway, we'll get there.
Jocelyn's gonna talk a bunch now. Well, soon. We got cool threads?
We got some cool threads. It is that interesting damp sort of cold, where you just need to keep the damp off, but it's not overly cold.
It's perfect
otherwise.
wool coat season.
It is. So I've been wearing all of my wool socks, both store-bought and handmade.
As I say, as I put my wool coats away for the year, and I'm wearing my lightweight spring coat because I'm already hot.
Yes, well, we can't all produce as much wonderful body heat as you do, because I'm honestly jealous because I'm cold all the time.
Nope. I'm sitting here in capris and sneakers and a tank top.
I only warmed up since I started drinking tea. My feet are still cold.
Oh, I'll probably be pretty warm and take off the shell here shortly.
Anyway, point being, the alpaca cowl has been my favorite thing this week.
Oh yeah, that's definitely, and it's nice and light and airy, so you would dry off quickly.
Yeah, it's been absolutely perfect for this weather. Also, I've been wearing my Katie hat that I did for the podcast anniversary cowl.
Sweet.
I still think it needs a pom-pom, but I don't have a pom-pom, so I'm going to wear it without a pom-pom until such a time as I find the perfect pom-pom.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I get this detailed photo if I actually make it out to Knit City this year on the sled. I need a pom-pom! Send me a photo. I'll send the official and unofficial intern to go find one for you. We'll find one.
I'm sure I can find one at one of the local fiber festivals coming up here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We've got the big one in Brandon coming up soon.
Yeah. We have lots of alpaca farms and they make the nice big fluffy pom-poms.
We do. And we got a skein each from Enchanted Grove. Remember?
Did.
For our birthdays.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's real close to Brandon, so odds are pretty good she'll be at the Blue Hills Fiber Festival.
Excellent.
Wah.
Pom-poms, alpaca pom-poms, I'm coming for you.
Oh yeah. Oh, alpaca period. So freaking nice.
What have you been wearing this week?
I've been wearing my Exploration Station and my Goldfish Memories. My shawl, my completed shawl, the Northern Plains shawl. And for more than just photos. So it took me about 3 days to track down my sister, who's my photographer. It's hard to take photos of yourself wearing your own knitwear.
It really is.
Awkward. And then today I am wearing my Katie shawl because it is the draw prizes for the podcast anniversary, the 2nd edition today.
Yep.
Woohoo! Technically, we're only wanting one knit along at the moment.
Yeah!
When did we become those people?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Fell into our laps. I am
Yeah.
enjoying every moment of it.
That brings us to Woolly Workings.
Oh, jeez.
I did sewing this week, so I have distinctly less in the yarn department to talk about.
Knit more, sleep less.
But I like sleep. It keeps me healthy.
Knit more, sleep less! I've seen your healthy track record. I'm not sure this argument holds weight anymore.
But it would be even worse if I didn't sleep.
It's like a coriander. It doesn't do good as a cauldron, but people can try. Alright, we'll go through the usual suspects. We are podcast recording, therefore I am working on my boo socks. It's nothing fancy, these socks, guys. It's a skein of Sea Turtle Fiber Arts yarn in the boo colorway with exclamation point. And I'm doing my, I suppose now will be my go-to classic 2-at-a-time toe-up sock recipe, which is 2-at-a-time toe-up, nothing but knit. I don't have any huge outings or anything planned. Not in the next week or so. Though, may see if I can find somebody who wants to go to Pascali's for dinner. Because they are offering an amazing dinner deal, and they are my favorite Italian restaurant. For the food, not just the buns. I suppose I have to keep going, don't I? Because
probably.
You have
I've
literally no knitting?
I have 2 crochet.
Oh my god. You're crazy.
I know, I didn't knit this week.
Crazy. Who are you?
I don't know, I crocheted this week.
Who are you?
I'm trying something different.
Crocheted this week, you sewed this week.
I'm trying something new. It's spring, you gotta branch out.
Next thing I know, she'll be asking me to take her to my leader. It'll be my mommy. I finished Mom's Dragon Rest Shawl. Ta-da! It is not mistakeless. Mom doesn't really care. It's not so much that it's care that she likes the imperfections.
It shows it was handmade.
She likes the character that it gives, and she likes it when people try to see whether or not they can tell her about it. She likes watching their faces while they try to figure it out. My mom is a mean human being. I find her delightful. But it turned out really well. It is mom-sized. The pattern is paid for on Ravelry. It's called the Dragon Rest Shawl. It looks really good, and here you go, Diana. You may wear a knit.
Oh, excellent. I've gotta put a knit on my head.
Yes, well,
I didn't get to do this with the last one because it got finished and shipped off.
Yeah, that's true, you didn't. The ends are not woven in because it is washed and blocked.
There we go.
But I've not woven in the ends yet. But as Mom's not in until the middle of April, I have time. I'll probably weave in the ends this week so it's done and I can fold it up and put it in my stack of stuff to take to my mother's house, which has begun to grow. Begun to grow. The list just keeps getting longer. Shall I keep going? Yeah, I guess you have no knitting. Just crazy to say. I needed to pick up a non-thinky project. Not even so much non-thinky. I needed to pick up a project where I could do research, sit on the phone, and wait for people to answer me. You know, the boring adult stuff that you do in a day. If you're me, phone meetings and stuff. That was quiet and massive, and I could just pick up and put down, and it didn't matter. So I picked up my twitted up M-Cow that's no longer an M-Cow shawl.
Whatever.
As you can see, as I hold up, one half is only done till the first wedge. That's clearly not the half I worked on. But if we look at the other side, we can see where I've made great progress on the other side.
So many sides. I feel like this thing has 8 sides.
It feels like it. Technically, there's only 2 sides. So I'm going to finish working my current wedge, or wedge number 3. And then once I'm done that, I'm going to have to flip back over to the big side and continue down, because I'm making an adjustment, because right here where my nose should be, because, you know, it works well for people who listen to us, should be ribby eyelets, except I can't see in the darker colored yarn the ribby eyelet section. So I did as the girls say, because this is a Cozy Up Knits pattern, hacked the pattern, and I put in a bumpy repeat section instead. Am I worried about this shrinking the size of the shawl? No, guys, this thing is massive, massive, massive. This is huge. It is amazing, and it's going to be great, and I want to have it finished before I go, because this and a lightweight sweater while going out with my mom. Yep.
That'll be perfect.
Gotta happen. So gotta happen. So I need to get it done. So that, and I really want to free up the project bag. And 2 sets of 4mm needles. So yeah. That's a thing. Mm-hmm. Now, I know I'm gonna have to make some abbreviations at the end because I'm My yarn was, I am very, very specifically exactly 400 yards in my blue and in my red, which is my Elizabeth and Bennett yarn from Houlihan Knit Picks. And it's in an alpaca cloud, which is an alpaca fingering weight. And then I have a speckled Girl Next Door from Midnight Cravings, which I'm using as my speckle. Yeah, it's definitely, I think it just called for speckles. So that's good. There's a bazillion and one ends to weave in and more ends to make. That'll be great fun.
Oh yeah.
But I'd be excited to have it finished, especially if I can have it done so I can wear it to the grand opening of Midnight Cravings in Saskatoon.
That'd be amazing.
Because I'm in Saskatoon for the girls' grand opening.
I'm jealous.
My dad double checked the dates.
It's perfect.
Go daddy. I'm like, ooh, I am in town. He's like, I have already made sure I'm free that day. Woohoo!
Shall I jump in with a crochet?
Sure.
Okay. So normally, while we record, or normally lately anyway, I have been working on this crochet corner to corner throw.
I have 50 million projects if you wanted to borrow one to work on something.
Oh, I don't lack for projects, fear not. I just lack for time and mojo, apparently. And health.
Even while we're here.
So, anyway, the reason I'm normally working on this and not working on it right now is because I've finished the red section. I think since last we recorded I was still in the black section, which means I've done about 10 rows of a not insignificantly sized blanket.
No, we're getting quite out to the you're almost at your corner width, aren't you?
Yep. I think I have 2 more rows till I start...
Decreases.
Well, not decreases, but stop increasing at least.
Yeah. Well, they've got that corner to corner pattern thingy. I read the Red Heart pattern because I'm still kind of like, will I go away? Maybe I'll just make one while I'm gone.
Good. It's a very easy pattern.
Oh, I love your yarn choice. It's all squishy.
So,
Because it's acrylic, it's going to hold its shape beautifully well. Remind me, we're going to forget. Guys, this blanket is stunning. It's so pretty. I like how the crochets are on the angle, like the shells are on the angle.
mm-hmm.
I like the little lacy whole X-y shape it makes.
Yeah.
That's a descriptive wordage use.
Anyway, I forgot to bring the next color with me, which is why I'm not working on it right now. I should have brought a ball of white, and I did not bring a ball of white. I have a ball of red.
Did you want a golf clap?
No, I'm good.
Okay, just checking.
So this is the... Wait, let me get the proper pattern. It's a free pattern from Red Heart Yarns. It is the classic corner to corner throw, designed by Catherine Watson. It's listed as an intermediate, but honestly, it's really easy.
I think if you're an adventurous beginner, you're good to go.
I think so. I think the weirdest thing is...
Your block setup.
Yeah.
Because it's slightly different than just a straight cast on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be about it. But then
yeah.
once you get the hang of that, that'll be nothing.
I worked on this while I was super high on T3s after surgeries, and I didn't make any mistakes, so it's fine.
I wouldn't recommend it for a first project.
Probably not.
It's big.
It is very big.
That's why I don't.
So I'm doing this out of Lion Brand Heartland in... The red is Redwood. I don't remember what the gold is. The black is Black Canyon, and the white is Acadia. I super don't remember what the gold is. It is definitely linked on the project page, which is in the show notes.
I think gold was that funny one. We weren't entirely sure what to really call it.
Yeah. Maybe this week I will remember to clip a progress keeper into it so that I remember better how much progress I have made.
Sure.
And it is currently living in my largest project bag, which was a Christmas present from my mom. She sewed me a silly bag. It says, Adventure Alpaca Bag. It's got an alpaca on it. It's just made out of...
Takes a moment to get the pun, but once you get it, you're golden.
Yeah. It was very silly, and it's got a little tie beanie llama on it, and it's a very silly little bag. Well, it's not a little bag. It's a big bag, which is why I've got a blanket project in it.
It's a cute bag.
It is a cute bag. I'm appreciating it. It has got rainbow shoelaces for drawstrings, which I really like. It's very silly.
Alright. My square isn't square. You know what I mean? When you make a square, and it's square, but you technically need to do just a smidge bit of shaping?
Sure. The square that isn't square?
Well, it's square, but what I really need to do is wash it and block it so it's just perfectly square.
Oh.
We're not quite perfectly square, which happens sometimes.
It does. Okay,
So-
this is getting too warm. I'm giving you back your mom's shawl.
That's totally fair. It's a very big worsted weight shawl. Whew. It's meant to keep her warm.
Yeah, it'll do that. Tested.
It's
It will work.
nearly 200 grams of worsted weight yarn.
Yep, that'll work.
That's why
My
it's
neck
warm.
is so toasty right now.
That's why I'm like, I may hate the pattern, but I might make myself one because a really good shawl in the winter. Anyway, I have tons and tons and tons of scraps. If you're a new listener, welcome. If you're an old hat at this, you've heard me mention this once. You've heard me mention it a million times. In 2017? Yeah, that's 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Did the 365 year challenge, which was to crochet a granny square every day for a year. And I did it. There's granny squares everywhere in my life. I can't look at them. I can only deal with them in small doses. I'm so over it. But what I have are tons and tons of leftovers. And one of the sets of leftovers I have are these Caron cakes with the color changes in them. I got a lot of the purple to white, and one little green to white one. So I'm literally just making a giant square Afghan. And it's nothing but double crochets, and then double crochet, chain one, double crochet in the corners. That's it. Like there is nothing to it because this yarn's going to change colors here on me. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to run all the way through my green into an olivey green color. So light spring green, like a moss green. Yeah, go moss
Springy,
green,
mossy,
green,
licheny.
into a nice white ivory kind of creamy white, and then into an olivey green. And when that's done, I have tons of these little leftover balls of light purple, white, dark purple, gray color combos. And I'm just going to make it till I'm out. Shape the snot out of it because I know how that works. It's square, but it needs just a smidge bit of shaping. It's acrylic.
So you're just gonna make like one giant granny square basically?
Yeah, and then I'm going to lengthen each end with my gray ball of random... This is definitely going to be Barocco Premium? No. Bernat Premium. And I'm just going to lengthen the ends to make it rectangular and give it a border on either end. And probably a small single crochet or half double crochet border on the sides.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I'm nearly 6 feet tall. So this will make a nice couch-sized blanket at my height and cover me from toe to shoulders instead of toes to underboob.
Good.
Which is good, and I'm she's so asleep. I'm definitely on the kick to get some blankets done this year. It doesn't live in any fancy project bag. It actually lives in a lunch kit because, strangely enough, when you work from home, you don't need to brown bag your lunch anymore. Shocking, I know, but I've repurposed some of those bags. At least until my niece keeps losing her lunch kits and needs to steal them.
Well, yeah.
Mine, anyway.
What are ants for?
I don't know anymore. Random grocery trips in the middle of spring break. Hey, I'm in the middle of a row. Sweet. So,
What do we got?
my not test knit.
Okay.
I'm working on this shrug again. It is currently out with testers. It is a Cozy Up Designs from the Cozy Up Knit Sisters. It is a cotton shrug that looks stunning. Everyone is miles ahead of me. When Jamie offered to send me the pattern, I did warn her that I'm the worst test knitter. I go wherever my heart takes me when it comes to my knitting, and I am very rarely monogamous on anything. It's not a lie. It's just how I prefer to knit. So she sent it to me anyway and said, go ahead and go forth and make it. So I am making this out of a premium cotton, which is 50% cotton, 50% acrylic, and terribly in the affordable budget range for people. So, which I really wanted to do. I'm doing it in a silver color. It's my first time knitting in this cotton yarn. This is freaking amazing stitch definition. So good.
Oh, it's soft. I'm really excited for that to be done. I'm definitely gonna steal it and wear it, at least on the podcast.
That's totally fair. On your head? Most likely.
Probably.
Yep.
At least for a few seconds.
I'm about 10 rows away till I split for my sleeves. So, like, I'm closing in on the first marker. Not a super small knit, given that I am of the 2XL variety size for chest measurements, which is super fine. I don't have an issue with this. The girls are the size the girls are. It is how it is. So I tend to work on this with, this is why we didn't have a lot of progress. This has been my critical role knit. There was no critical role this week. That's why we don't have a ton of progress. Now I know why I didn't work on it too terribly much. As you can see from my little ice cream marker, I've got like, what, 1/4 of an inch?
Mm-hmm.
It's a fingering weight pattern, so I don't make a ton of progress. As opposed to my worsted weight shawl, which I knocked out in 2 weeks. Almost like the thickness of yarn and size of needles you use sort of determine the number of hours you put into a project.
What?
Easy talk.
Mind blowing.
Alright, I have. This is actually one of the lunch kits my dad gave me. Here's his business card, right on the back.
Look at that.
Yeah. My dad is, amongst everything else my dad does, he's also a licensed investor dude. So he...
Investor dude.
Yeah, that's a technical term. He helps people use their money more effectively and save money. He told you what he did.
Yes, I got the whole spiel. It sounded very knowledgeable. I don't know things about these things.
Knowledgeable.
It sounded knowledgeable. It sounds like he knew what he was talking about.
Yeah,
which I generally assume of people that tell me about things that they do for a living.
Oh, yeah, he makes money doing this for a living. It's almost like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Ah.
It's almost like I have no idea about money.
Inside this not insignificantly sized lunch kit from the World Financial Group is 4 balls of worsted weight Briggs and Little in whatever their country rose is technically called.
Nobody knows.
I'm sure it was on a ball band somewhere.
Probably.
I'm sure I've lost the ball
something
bands.
about rose.
Country rose, dusty rose. Guys, it's a beautiful dusty country rose pink that you find on walls in country houses.
Yep.
It's exactly
or like
the
on
shade
couches in grandmother's houses.
Yeah. Like this is like the same color wall I used to have in one of the houses I grew up in as a child. I grew up in over 12 houses, so that narrows it down, not a whit. I'm still working on my first ball, but this is a true honeycomb cabled all over shawl pattern. And it's big. And the lady who makes this shawl, it's the Winter Honey by Andrea Mallory. It's not a very large lady. I'll say it's shorter than me. That's fine. A lot of the world is shorter than me. A lot of the world is taller than me. I am just one size. So I'm going to make this out till I'm either down to my last ball and I have to do my border, or it's big enough that I feel like it's going to be comfortable when I block it out. So a lot of stitches, even though it's done on the worsted weight, because I want like a massive, big, bulky. I want my head to disappear on the shawl.
Oh, that's a good shawl size.
I want a beast of a shawl. And because it's in such a nice, natural wool, it is going to be perfect at that minus 30, 40 level, which is really what I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
So, super stoked. It is my first all-over cable pattern. I've done smaller cable bits, but not one where it's been cable. So I work on it in chunks because after a while it does start to hurt my hands because I still grasp things too tightly. I need to loosen it a little when I'm knitting on cables.
No, loosen up, man.
Sure. Pot's legal. Maybe I apparently need to do that with my life before I knit. Maybe that'll loosen my stitches some. Reds, that was not a suggestion. So I have my cable needle shoved into the one ball I'm currently actively working on. I'm using my 5.5 millimeter Zing needles. Why, you ask? I don't know. They color coordinated? No, I got close to the gauge I was looking for because I wanted something with a bit of density to it. So not a ton of work gets done on this because I do have to focus on it, and I had a readathon this week. So no 2+ inches of progress on this. Because when we get to the literature section, you'll know what I've been doing with my week. Lots of books.
Is that all you're knitting? Finally?
Almost.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll just sit here. I do have one other project, guys. Just hang tight.
Do you want to talk about your other project? Because this is just starting.
Okay, sure. You may have heard me mention before that I started a craft club at work. It happens at lunchtime, and generally people bring things to work on. I, as the leader of craft club, Forgot to bring anything to work on.
You were so on the ball.
But that's okay,
Yeah,
because
no one's gonna throw shade.
as the leader of Craft Club, I suggested that we all collect our bits of yarn from home that we didn't want anymore, and like all our crochet hooks and like all that stuff that we have at home that we don't use, and we keep it at work. Which is perfect, because that meant that there was yarn and crochet hooks for me to start a project.
Did you make an octopus for me?
No, I'm sorry, it's not an octopus.
Dang.
One of the people on my immediate team at work, our designer, had an adorable little baby girl a few months back.
Oh no, you made useless booties.
No.
Okay.
And I did check with him before I made this thing. I asked him, if I make this thing, will you put it on your child and take pictures until she cries and makes you take it off? And he said, yes, absolutely.
It's a hat.
It's going to be, I'm only on row 3.
The Hannah.
It's going to be a lamb hat. It's going to be a little 6-month-old lamb hat, and it's going to have big floppy ears and a little drawstring under the
Kind
chin.
of torture are you putting this child
Feel this
through?
though, it's so fluffy.
You better hope she doesn't know you made it when she turns 16 and her parents pull this out and she brings her first date home, where you were in so much trouble.
I'm probably never going to meet this kid, so it's
Oh, in which case, yeah,
okay.
totally do it up.
But yeah, I figured
It is very fluffy.
I would just make a cute little baby hat, because it'll take me, like, I'll probably finish it this week.
Man,
So I
if you have children, the things you will make them wear.
So the yarn I'm using is Bernat Pipsqueak, which is, I think it is a bulky weight, machine washable, 100% polyester yarn. It's fluffy. It's super
wonderfully
fluffy.
But it's not like that loose fluffy you can't crochet in. Like
Yeah.
there's some structure in there.
Yeah, so it definitely has structure. The one downside to this is it is so fluffy, you can't see the stitches
There's no.
at all.
There's no. Yeah.
There's a whole lot of guessing about where to put the hook in, but it feels amazing. I'm just
On the
gonna.
bright side, that's a great way for you to experience how I crochet in any deep color.
Oh, it is a chore.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna put that on my hat on my hat, and I'm gonna put it on my head while I
I was
talk.
like, I don't think you're wearing a hat today.
No. So that is in the color whitey white.
Well, it is pipsqueak yarn.
And I have pulled up the pattern on my phone because it is a free pattern on Ravelry.
Woohoo.
It is the Lamb Hat by Sarah Zimmerman. It just links
hat
to a website, so I can hit that button, and if I hit this other button, then I can actually show you what this pattern is going to look like. Ta-da! See a cute little lamb hat! It's so cute. I'm really excited for this. So
Poor
it's
child.
just half double crochets and bobble stitches. It's super
It
simple.
looks hilariously cute.
It's gonna be so freaking cute.
I hope that kid cries the whole time it's on its head.
I kind of hope so too, because that'll just make it even better.
It's weird, like the meanest ants. Nobody's gonna want to bring their children around us.
And that is all currently living in the bag that C from Knit Club made us for Christmas.
Yeah, she made some nice bags.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's all my yarn projects.
Are you ready for the project that I have to get started in the next week or two?
Okay.
Because it's got to be at a certain point before I leave the province.
Okay.
Literally later this month.
Uh-huh.
You ready? Are you
We're
ready?
ready. We're ready. Oh, dear God, it's pink. It's so pink. It's glowing. I can't look away, but it's searing my eyeballs.
So
It hurts.
So much pink.
It
okay.
hurts.
So
And what is that other insane color?
these are the two variegated ones.
Okay.
They're not
It's-
the same variegated. One's darker than the other. One's lighter than the other. Same with the pinks. They're not the same because
Are
I'm
you
going to
sure?
make. They're not identical.
Okay. One's slightly more like saturated than the other.
Yeah.
I
Same with the variegated ones.
Okay.
One's
those-
definitely just a deeper, richer tone than the other. One's a little more.
Okay.
of a,
Okay.
Yeah. So
Wow,
with
it's
these
so bright.
4 skeins of highlighter colored yarn, 2 in shades of pink, and 2 in variegated shades of highlighter yellow, pink, and purple, with some white and green in there.
All of the colors.
And I do mean highlighter.
All of the highlighter colors.
I seriously mean highlighter. I'm going to make a self-aided pullover for my niece.
It's gonna be so freaking bright. You won't lose her in a crowd.
I really, really won't, and she loves the colors.
Well, yeah.
They have to stay in their bags because we picked the order in which we want the fade to happen. And I have our updated measurements. I still have 4 skeins of fingering weight yarn to do a fingering weight sweater. I could still make her an adult large.
Wow.
Well, if you think about it, all the extra space you have to put in as you become a woman is usually in your hips and in your chest.
Mm-hmm.
She is very tall and lean.
Mm-hmm.
I literally have to use the chest measurements for medium, the length for an extra large, and the rib cage dimensions of the small.
So you're going to be doing some fun pattern math.
I'm going to make a medium.
All right.
And then just make it longer, because I don't have to put in hip measurements. She doesn't have any hips.
Fair enough.
And I don't think at like 19 or 20 we're going to want to wear highlighter pink.
Probably not.
But it'll be a good sweater to remember growing up wearing while we were in high school. And if I really, really have to as she grows up, if she wants to keep it, I can just steek the crazy thing. Like do a crochet selvage on either end right down the middle.
Oh, yeah.
Steek it, give it a collar band, and she can keep it as a cardigan.
Yeah.
So like there's ways to adapt it as she grows. But we learned about where the yarn came from, so we read all of our tags, because this is Manos de Uruguay yarn, and she learned all about where it came from and why we paid as much as we did. And then she looked at me quite promptly and said, Annie Jo, Mom's never allowed to wash this sweater. You have to wash this sweater, because we're taking care of this sweater. And I went, yeah, $32 a skein Canadian, you bet your kister we're taking care of the sweater, kiddo. Grandma bought the yarn. We like the yarn, it's gonna happen. But I really, really do need to have finished and have joined under the boobs.
Because then it's just roundy.
Then it's just roundy, and I can go to preferred measurements, and I can make sure to leave enough that I can do some repairs or add additional length by just re-going through my fade rotation if she continues to grow up tall and lean. But at 437 yards per skein,
you got lots.
I got a lot of yarn, so I'm not hurting given her dimensions, and the medium will still be kind of baggy on her. So, which is the stage of clothing we're at 12. I even have my needles in here.
Nice.
I just have to swatch.
You're so prepared.
I am ready to go. It currently lives in my skip the dishes lunch bag, which is actually terribly apt because once I'm past the shoulders and I'm going roundy, this has to go in the truck to go to Saskatoon. That's why I got to be done. Like, this is my road knitting, because then I don't have to look at anything, and I can just go. And then when I'm in the fading part, I'm just alternating skeins anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to try that helical knitting.
Okay. What is this?
It prevents that ridge of color and that seam down the side when you're doing in the round knitting and alternating your skeins.
Oh,
and I'm going to test it
okay.
out on her stuff, because if we're honest, she won't notice.
She will, and if she does, she won't care.
She won't care. She'll just be excited she has something hand knit. Just super cool. We do, if you want to do super secretive, I think I have it in here. I don't know if I put it away or
Super
not.
secret. Super secret?
Oh, no, I tucked it away. She's decided she wants to learn to crochet.
Ooh.
So we picked up some yarn and a crochet hook for her, and she's going to learn to make her own scarf and hat, or scarf and mittens. She has not decided yet.
Nice.
I said, yeah, absolutely, we can totally make that. And what did we pick up? Something pop. Nouveau pop, deco pop, art.
I can't help you.
It's a Bernat pop colorway, but not unreminiscent of the sweater colors I just put away.
It has pop.
It's bright. It's so bright. She doesn't super enjoy knitting, but she does love watching me crochet, so she thinks she might enjoy crochet a bit more.
And it goes a bit faster.
It does. I said it's faster, it's a bit easier to manage, and I'll be teaching her, so if she messes up at any point, it's easier for me to fix crochet, especially when we're working in highlighter pink shades.
Yeah.
I can see stitches. Fine.
Excellent.
No problem. Holy henna. So we'll see how that goes. But we're going to give that a go. So we're going to try that this summer while we're home. So we decided we don't want to go to Dad's this summer. So now I'm trying to find stuff to do while she's home for 3 months, essentially.
Cool. Well, if you want to do that dyeing thing.
We're going to do the dyeing thing. We're going to do some more leather working.
Nice,
we're
nice.
thinking about maybe getting into beading.
Ooh, yeah.
So I thought Auntie Diana might be up for a trip to the leather working beading store, which is that Poco beads you went to do your... I was like, ooh, I might be able to swing that.
Can recommend.
Definitely want to do the dyeing thing with her this summer. So we're definitely going to be doing that too. So
Excellent.
all of the things Diana's going to be crafting with me. Her husband's never going to see her. She's going to come home from the honeymoon and I'm going to be like, and she's my wife now. Bye!
Just so little time.
That's you.
I have sewing. Okay.
I get to take a break. Holy Hannah.
So this weekend, on Saturday, I went out to Stonewall and I did some sewing with my mom. She is helping me to sew an overdress for the Regency dress that Jocelyn made me for the Regency era ball that was... When was the first one that I wore the dress to? That we wore our dresses?
Comic-Con, not last year, year before, so 2018?
Last year was 2018, so 2017?
2017.
Okay, so Jocelyn made us both dresses to go to a Regency ball in 2017.
Yeah, because then you had your surgery at the end of the year and we had to remake the dress and it's in a linen, so that would have been fun.
Yeah.
Linen doesn't re-sew, you guys. If you're not a sewer, linen does not re-sew.
Not really.
No, no. All the holes exist permanently.
Yeah. So we sort of faked some ruching with a little bit of elastic on the inside so it just fit ever so slightly better.
Yep.
And we added some lace trim and some ribbon, and now we're making an overdress that's going to have more ribbon trim because, you know, more ribbon is better. More is more and less is a bore.
It's Regency era, so yes, you are not incorrect in this assumption.
And eventually I'm hoping I will learn how to do embroidery so that I can add on to the overdress.
Ooh, nice.
So it's super historically accurate. The overdress is made out of tulle. So, you know, pretend it's some thin, floaty, actual material that existed in the day. But it's just an overdress, and we've got this, like, burgundy wine sort of colored ribbon for all the edges.
Oh, that'll look really good with your peach-colored dress.
Yeah.
That'll be really sharp.
Oh, it looks really good together.
Wonderful.
So there's going to be some ribbon along the bottom. You can't see. I'm indicating just below my knees. So along the bottom of the
hemline of your overdress?
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah. Which hits just below my knees because then we added a bunch of lace trim to the bottom of the dress and more ribbon. So the dress, like, when I twirl now, the dress, like, floofs out because the ribbon adds just enough weight that
to floofies?
It floofs nicely.
Excellent.
So, I spent the entire afternoon sewing, and did I take a single picture? No, I did not.
I feel like I need to message your mother
Yeah.
to remind her that you need to do these things.
Yeah. So that was the sewing that I have zero evidence of, but I swear happened.
Pics or it didn't happen.
Okay, well, I've got pics of this other thing.
Okay.
I actually occasionally read the comments on the YouTube videos.
I do point out when there's one completely directed at you and tell you what the comment was.
Yeah. The one in particular I'm referring to right now pointed out that we keep talking about the spring cotton craft-along.
Yes.
And we haven't said what we're actually making recently.
Oh, well, we know who that was. She was just being you know exactly what you were being read. Rabble-rouser.
So I haven't started it yet, but I brought the fabric for the skirt that I'm making. It is a Scotton? Wow.
Scotton? Episode title discovered.
It is
Scotton.
a cotton fabric.
No, it's a Scotton fabric, darn it.
Hold it the right way.
Oh, God.
It is red with darker red teacups on it.
Oh,
and I'm
jeez.
gonna make a skirt. There.
Oh, I love you so much.
I'm making a skirt from the cotton fabric. What? There. It'll be a skirt eventually, I swear.
I love you so much right now. Oh my gosh.
Oh, and I don't know if it's coming through on the camera, but there's also a very light, leafy, viney pattern on it too.
It might not. We'll try to take some photos before you leave if I remember, so I can post it this week.
So that's gonna become a skirt. That's what I'm doing for the hashtag spring cotton craft along.
Ta-da!
Do we have wool gathering?
Yes.
Okay. Wool gathering!
Always wool gathering. When wouldn't we have wool gathering?
Gathering the wool. I think I'm gathering wool on my nose. It's so itchy. Got some kind of fiber up there.
For the first time in over 2 years, we're gonna take a vacation.
Ah!
What?
I scared the cat.
She's raised her head and everything. I don't know, I didn't make the noise. What we're actually going to do is, well, Diana's on honeymoon, which is
May. Yeah.
Mid-May.
Basically most of May.
May, yeah, she's gone. I will also be out in Saskatoon. We're going to upload some vlog videos for everybody on the YouTube channel, but the audio podcast itself will go quiet for 2 weeks. So what we're doing is Jocelyn's literally saying Diana gets to go on a honeymoon, I get to take a vacation.
It's fair. Totally fair.
Bedtime. Bedroom door slam. I get a symphony every night.
Start counting the steps, see if they're the same every time.
Yesterday, today, and probably tomorrow because we're getting off spring break.
Right.
Yeah. So, while Diana is off romping around Europe, I'm going to enjoy 2 weeks of vacation myself. So, we'll do a vlog upload each, which we get to, as Diana discovered today, set for release. So we can set it and forget it and actually take 2 weeks off. She will be back in the later half of the 3rd week, so I will do a special guest one episode for the week following afterwards. It will probably be posted a little bit late because I will probably go, Diana, I know you're sleep deprived and doing work stuff. Here's some written show notes. Can you make all the internet do the internet thingies?
Make the internet do the internet thingies?
You want me doing it? See how many gremlins I get in a week just trying to upload to YouTube?
Fair enough.
I'll pre-write the show notes. You just have to copy and paste.
Okay. I can do this. As long as I'm not trying to find internet while I'm vacationing.
No, it'll be when you get home.
Like, I know I'm going to be in, like, Western Europe where it's, like, perfectly normal internet and stuff, but still got to sit still long enough to actually use the internet.
No.
And when do you do that when you're traveling? No. You're
No,
traveling.
I do, but I travel weird, I guess.
I'm not on a vacation. I'm traveling. I'm doing all of the things.
Oh no, I take vacation. Oh, but you're just stressed when you get back. I'm going to visit with my mommy for 2 weeks and not have to worry about recording. Well, that'll be a giant pile of things to show off. So,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you'll be back on that Thursday? No, late Wednesday, Thursday?
Late Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah, so I might bug you on Thursday at some point when you're coherent.
Yeah, I took the Thursday off work as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, I'll just send you a text and go, hey, whenever you happen to be conscious.
Yeah,
everything's
sometime in the afternoon.
Yeah, everything's sitting here and good. Can you copy, paste, and internet-y for me, please?
Yeah.
Cool, I can do that. I can pre-write it all up. I made 3 texts and Netflix, and my bank go, how'd you break that last week? I'm not sure.
You have an impressive ability.
I really wanted to deal with that. My first week home from vacation trying to catch up on work. I suspect, call me crazy, something else will have gone wrong in my work life, and I'll be trying to fix that instead. I don't have time to do both.
Fair.
Fair?
Fair.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm like, that's not going to work so well for me. Alright, so we'll figure it out. But it is sort of a heads up advance notice. In May, you will notice, if you just listen to us, that we go quiet for 2 weeks. Doesn't mean we haven't left, it just means I've taken a vacation and Diana's honeymooning, so we'll just have some video vlogs. I'm going to do a yarn crawl in Saskatoon, and have you decided what you're going to do for yours?
If I have to do it before I go, it'll probably be, I don't know.
Since it's coming out while you're gone, I'm gonna go with, yeah, you gotta finish it before you leave.
Yeah. Well, it depends how much editing I want to do. If I just want to, like, film something and throw it up there, I can do it while I'm traveling, but I probably won't do that. I will probably...
At least it's not a vlog, so you don't have to do it consecutively. It's only like 1 20-minute
Oh, I know.
thing.
Somebody was suggesting that I do, like, a
Yarn
cataloging
stash,
of
yeah.
travel yarn specifically.
Oh yeah, you could
So
do that.
I could do that.
Yeah, I think you've got enough travel yarn that could make up a whole 30-minute, 30 minute
Especially if I tell that the stories that each
behind the
yarn,
yarn, yeah, which you definitely would have to do because it's travel yarn.
Yep.
Oh no, totally good call.
So
Beautiful.
mostly I'll be talking about my Find Your Fade. That
Oh,
is
yeah, that's
my work in
because-
progress because that's where most of my travel yarn is right now.
Yeah, and then you've got Knit City from last year.
Also true.
Oh, you got some good yarn choices. Cool beans.
Okay, that's what I'm doing.
Done. Decision made. The other thing we should do in a little gathering is our prizing.
Oh, yes.
Because we just finished a knit along. So we've got prizes, you guys. So, because the podcast anniversary of the second edition is complete, I don't have the second project bag finished. I didn't sit down to sew today. Sitting there, ready to go. I just haven't sewn it yet. We have one amazing, wonderfully donated skein of Blood of My Enemies in a fingering weight from Cloud9 Fiberworks, which is Daria, who is an amazing gift. It is a beautiful red. It's just a beautiful red.
It is. It's
Oh,
got that amazing quality where it, like,
I just feel like I need to order this in like a
it's just
DK,
really pretty. It's got
DK sport
dimension
weight,
to it.
or like a DK sport weight and make a cardigan out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, so pretty.
It's really nice.
And then,
My face is so warm for some reason.
because you're drinking tea?
My tea's cold now.
Sure. Okay, I don't know. It's because we were laughing.
Maybe.
And then one skein from, oops, here you go.
Oh dear. It's a magnet. Manjusha Fiber Arts.
Yeah.
This one was something about prairies.
It was 2018's Manitoba Fiber Festival colorway that she did. So yeah, it's a prairie themed one, but it's got whites and blues and that sort of canola wheat yellow in there.
So if you're
In a
standing in the
variegated.
middle of a field in the prairies,
Pretty much, yeah. It gives you
pretty much what you're going to see.
pretty much what you're going to see. So like she nailed the colors and they're quite beautiful and a heck of a lot more muted than I normally choose. So what prize is going to who? I don't know. I'm going to seal it up with the project bags and then I will randomly get the kid to put the labels on the box. So I don't know who's getting what, but we can say who won. Did you give me back the paper?
I did. I also wrote it down.
Do you want to let everybody know who won?
Okay, we have randomly selected for one prize. Where did I write it on my notes? There it is! Ba-da-da. Tracy Can Knit.
There's no personal information on her Ravelry page, so
Yeah.
I'll have to message her because
So Tracy Can Knit, you're getting one of those beautiful skeins of yarn.
don't know which, because again it's a surprise when the kid does it, because I seal it up and then I let her pick.
She had the twin it up
Oh
end
yeah,
cap
she had
in,
one
like,
of the twin
blues
up
and
end
whites.
caps. Yes,
It was very nice.
Oh god, a tan. There were so many beautiful twinned up cows. You guys super showed me up.
Yeah.
And socks and mystery sewer. Don't think I didn't see you with your 3 entries, ma'am. And just absolutely, there were just so many really good ones. I did close the thread. Because if I didn't remember to do it today, I wasn't going to ever remember to do it. Did you know Google makes a sound when you ask it to randomly calculate a thing?
It's pretty great.
I didn't know it did that. Anyway, the other winner.
Do you want to say this one?
No, you can.
Oh, darn, because I don't know how to say her Ravelry name.
Now you have to.
Boo! The other winner is Quaffle Puff?
Oh, I love you.
Cuffle Puff? I don't know.
Quaffle puff.
Quaffle Puff. There we go. Totally not a Harry Potter reference.
You're just bringing me so much joy this evening, my dear.
I can speaking goodly.
Oh, absolutely. You're rocking it out of the boat. Which is great because she's amazing and local. And I'm mean. I am so mean. She can collect it when she watches this episode and realize we're talking about you, Red. Give me a call. I'm going to get an angry text at like 6 in the morning. Jocelyn! Ooh, she knows. Can you blame me? She was arranging knit night and she's like, for nice people. So I commented underneath, I guess I'm not coming. I'm gonna get in so much trouble for that too. Something's been thrown in my head later this month, you guys.
Well, hopefully it'll be a soft thing.
Oh shit, yeah, likely. Or I'll get a look. Oh.
Well, for having knit club at Red's house, she'll just get her cat to glare at you.
Her cat glares at me anyway. It's the bunnies I want to come over and visit, but because they know I'm a pet person, they don't. Yeah, they only visit non-pet people. Just so to give you guys a heads up and do the prize draw for everybody. Have we finally ironed out the problems with the January sock giveaway stuff? Yes. I have to go do a pickup hopefully this week. My personal life got complicated on me. Hopefully I can sneak in time before I go to go get the stuff and get it mailed out. I might have to dump what I have on your hands and get you to wrap it up and finish it for me if I run out of time.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you why off camera.
Okay.
It'll be great. You'll be so stoked.
Story time!
Oh,
Okay.
Lord.
That's the end of Wool Gathering?
That's it.
Alright, that brings us to Kniterature.
I just have a list of books.
So Jocelyn's been doing a readathon, so she's got like 1 million books. I only have one book, but I read it in its entirety in this week, so...
I read all of those books. Some of them were spread out in advance and I didn't want to talk about them until after the Canada Reads thing had gone on.
Fair enough.
And then the other ones that aren't Canada Reads I totally read last week.
Cool. Alright, well I'll just get my one book out of the way.
I told you it was going to be a big list this week.
I read Hunting Party? A Hunting Party. I think it's just Hunting Party by Lucy Foley.
Okay.
It is a whodunit murder mystery. So I hadn't actually read a modern murder mystery
They're quite
ever,
good.
I realized. And I enjoyed it quite thoroughly. I like particularly all of the character building. And of course they put everybody into a stereotype, but you know, I really enjoyed how they did the character building, because it's like, this is who everybody is on the surface, and here's another layer deeper, and another layer deeper, and now here's the deep dark secrets that make you think everyone's the murderer.
Yeah. A well-done contemporary murder mystery is quite good.
So I thoroughly enjoyed it.
You
Would
might enjoy
recommend.
Meddling Kids.
Meddling Kids. Okay.
It's,
Sounds like a Scooby-Doo spinoff.
it is, in fact, what would happen if the Scooby-Doo gang was all grown up and had to go back to solve a...
Yeah. But
Yeah.
that does sound like fun.
It was quite a good read. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
With Hunting Party, I highly recommend the audiobook because they do it with voice actors where each chapter is a different point of view character.
Oh, then it's more like a radio play.
Yeah. And they have a different voice actor for each character.
Oh, so good.
And this whole thing happens in Scotland, so everybody's got beautiful UK accents, and I enjoyed listening to it so much.
Wonderful. That sounds very exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. Okay, so for Canada Reads books, if you are not Canadian, or if you are Canadian and don't know what Canada Reads is, and haven't heard me ad nauseum talk about it yet, Canada Reads is a short list and long list recommendation of Canada's top published books from usually the previous year. They are chosen, you get a long list, and then a short list is published, and the short list, each of the books on the short list get a defender. So someone from TV or sports or just somebody famous. We'll go with that. That's a good way to go about it, right? Will defend that book. And for 1 week, end of March, which was just this past week, they go toe-to-toe on a radio and TV program and daily, sort of like episodic TV style, and hot air balloon debate the books. And the last one standing is Canada's top read for the year. Like, Lawrence Hill has won twice. He did the Book of Negroes, and then there's that running one he did that I haven't read yet. This year the winner was By Chance Alone, which is it's an autobiography, essentially. It's the story telling of a 90-year-old survivor of Auschwitz, who's now Canadian, like, moved here from, yeah. So, like, heart-wrenching tale. It's not a light, fluffy read this year.
That sounds like a heavy one.
It's quite deep and heavy. They have had some amazing books. It was not the one I hoped would win. It was a very good book. I really wanted the woo-woo to win. Because I liked that one. I liked the telling of the variation in Chinese Canadian to Canadian culture and growing up with immigrant parents and having a mental disorder and balancing, superstitions of one culture with the superstitions of another. Like, so good. I really enjoyed that decision, but I wasn't defending any of the books, so that's how that works. It also meant that I read Brother... Oh, see, and that's why I had you write them down, because I can't ever remember the short list after I'm done reading them. It was Brother Suzanne, Take a Chance, or By Chance Alone, The Woo Woo, and I'm forgetting one.
I just wrote down Canada Reads, I'm sorry.
Oh man, there's 5 of them. I'll make sure Diana has them so she can link them in the show notes.
They will be linked. All will be linked.
Absolutely awful with author names as well too. I don't mean to be. I should be better at it. I'm just not. So I tend to remember the name of the book. And how much I talk about Gork the dragon, Gork the teenage dragon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember who that's written by either. Just remember the name of the book.
That's really all you need.
So I've been doing that up to last week, and I try not to do too much talking about it till after the programs are all run, because when they're defending the books, my brain always goes, oh, I didn't think of that. Oh, I need to reread that and see if I can see what it is, because some stuff I didn't catch. Just the nature of reading, so I want to go back and do some more of it. So it's vicariously kind of participating in a book club, in a Canada-wide book club. It's kind of cool. So I enjoy it. I've done it for several years now. Also great if you need a book list for a book club and you want some eye-opening ones, just look them up. All the years they've had them, you have Indigenous writers, you have, like, it just covers the gambit of different personalities and different writing styles, and it is a great way to expand one's reading portfolio.
Excellent.
Use all the big words. Last week was the Fantasy Adventure-a-thon. I'm going to keep throwing read-alongs at Diana's head till one of them sticks. This one was
that Pokemon one. Except I think it's happening while I'm away now that I think of it.
I don't know. I have to check all the teams have been decided. I got to decide if I want to earn badges or not this year. I never played Pokemon or watched it or nothing. I just missed it age-wise, so I don't have nostalgia for it.
I was right in there.
And
Perfect.
I don't have small children who are into it, so I don't get it. Just fine.
You had to be the age to get it. Even looking back on it now, like, with all the, like, hundreds of new Pokemon and the niece or the nephew anyway is into it, and just I'm like, huh? I totally understand how my parents felt and why they looked at me with such a blank stare.
Yep, you get it. After a while, you're like, no, I'm uncool.
But if you're down with the original 150, like, I'm so right there.
We're so uncool, we're wired.
I am not wired, thank you.
Do you know what that means?
Not really.
Means your headphones still have wires, therefore you're an adult and uncool because you don't have the Bluetooth ones.
Okay, you know what? My wired ones were free.
Mine were on sale for $27 instead of $40 because they're Sony ones. And they have the microphone and they're sound cancelling, which I need.
I have wireless earbuds.
Do you know what I would do with wireless earbuds? Lose them!
Yep.
I can't find my own headphones and they're on a white cord. What do I do with wireless earbuds? Lose them! Anyway, with the Adventure-a-thon, what's a bit different about it is you still pick books to read, you still design your own TBR. There's a group read that I chose to read, and I'm super glad I did because it's a really good book. And then from there, what it is it's a picture of a map. There's 4 destinations, and at each fork in the road or along the road, there are little word prompts, and you pick your book based on the word prompt. So if it says royalty, you would pick a book with like a king or a queen or a princess in the title, right? Now you know why I read King of Scars. Royalty. So as I went through and I was reading, or I had one that was fairy, so I read Seduced by Moonlight, which is by Laurel K. Hamilton, but it's about fae in North America. Then there was, what was another one I had to read? Forget which one Bloody Bones met the priority for. I met from one of them, but I don't remember which one. What other ones did I finish? This is what happens when you read too many. You can't keep them straight in your head.
A Darker Shade of Magic.
That's the group pick by V.E. Schwab. I'm actually listening to the second book in that series right now. That's how good the first one was. Delightfully different way of doing it. On the back, when you read the page, it says there's three different Londons. White London, grey London, red London, and the London they never talk about.
Okay.
Does that make you want to learn more?
Yes.
Yeah. So really well done.
The one they never talk about? Why are there different colors?
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to know.
I know. It's a good audiobook. Put it on your list.
Okay.
I wanted to immediately abandon my TBR list, and that's the one I read first. Last week, and just finished reading the series. So good job. I really want to just drop everything else on my to-read for personal fun list, and I literally chose the second book in the Darker Shade of Magic series over the next book in the Kershiel Dart series by Jacqueline Carey.
Oh, wow.
And that says something. Because I love me the Jacqueline Carey series. So, cool, awesome, great, whatever. I didn't make it to the end of King of Scars.
No?
I had to quit. I was not enjoying it.
No. That's a shame.
Not enjoying it. And I mean, it happens. Not the end of the world. But it was, you know, it was like, and that always puts me to slump for a couple of days, and I don't really want to read anything, so I didn't get all 7 books finished. That's fine.
That's fair.
I don't always complete, and I rarely complete a full 7 books in 7 days, because that's a lot of reading.
Yeah.
And I have to adult.
Podcast anniversary,
Done.
Cal, is done.
It's in the books.
I even finished my thing on time.
Go you.
Huh. So that's done and go over. Currently running, we have the hashtag Spring Cotton CAL, or Craft Along, running in conjunction with Laura.
Yep.
From the corner of Knit and Tea, where you have between March the 20th?
You're from the spring equinox to the summer solstice.
Yes, which I believe is March 20th to June 21st.
I want to say yes.
Also will be linked in the show notes. It's either the 20th or 21st, and it's those 2 days, but I don't remember which month those are in.
I don't either. I think we keep flip-flopping and then going, no, we're right, and then we're either right or we're wrong. We're never entirely clear on that.
Anyway, it's within a day either way. It's running right now.
It is. We have an FO thread? No, we have a chatter thread?
We have a chatter thread.
We probably should put up an FO thread shortly.
Probably. Anyway, so you are crafting a spring garment, preferably out of cotton, but perhaps cotton's not your deal. So out of whatever you would like, I can say words.
Sure you can.
Make a garment.
I believe you.
I'm sewing a skirt.
Only real sort of restrictions is it has to be an adult-sized garment.
Yes.
If your small human happens to be adult-sized, it would count, even though it is for, technically, a small human. One of mine I could count is for my 12-year-old niece. She's still an adult medium in her size, guys. Doesn't matter that she's 12.
She's tall.
She's tall. She's got a size 9 foot.
Oh my goodness, that's the same size as me.
She is only 12.
Wow. She's gonna be tall.
We're gonna be so tall.
She's gonna be like 6 feet tall.
I'm hoping so very much. Her mom was complaining the other day, and I said, she's not taller than me. Keep going, kid. We have our heights measured in pencil on the wall upstairs. She's got 2 stars by her papa's height. My father's taller than me. My father's 6'2", 6'3". That's her goal. To be as tall as her papa.
Might just get there.
She might. I didn't reach a size 9 foot till I was 14. And I sort of slid into 10 shortly afterwards, and then kind of stopped there, and stopped about, I'm like 5'10" and a bit. If I'm honest, I'm closer to 5'11" than 5'10". I just don't like saying that I'm essentially 5'11", which is like essentially 6 feet. Because you go to 5'12", but 5'12" kind of becomes 6 foot.
5'12" is 6 feet.
6 feet, yeah. I was like, I'm 5'10" and 3/4 of something or other. Like, I'm just a sliver shy of 5'11". I'm like an inch shy of 6 feet tall. I'm tall.
And like supermodel height.
I am not supermodel weight.
Well, nobody is. Except for supermodels.
Except for supermodel. So
I'm
that's
short
going
to be
on.
a supermodel.
Laura's working on her boxy. You should see the purple. Oh,
Okay.
it is a stunning purple. It's
I'm
so
excited.
pretty.
Okay.
I'm working on my shrug again, and then, in all honesty, I hope to be able to pick up a cotton shawl to get a cotton shawl done. So there are other things I want to work on in cotton, and I'll continue to work on cotton when we're done. So I'm thoroughly enjoying.
Excellent.
I'm very happy. So that's going on. What else we got? The Stash Dash is coming up shortly.
That's run by the Knit Girls?
Yeah, it's run by the Knit Girls. It should start in May.
Well, that should be soon. I will check up and see if they actually have rules posted.
I'm about a third of the way into the latest episode, so they might.
Okay, let me know if they have rules posted, and I will
let
link
you
to them
know.
if they do.
I don't think quite yet. I think Laura's still got a lot on her plate right now. Laura's a librarian. She's one of the Knit Girls, so when she's on summer break, there's a sort of set your own goal in kilometers and see how much you can knit. And I love doing it. I love participating every year. So I look forward to setting that challenge and doing it again for my. Like, I got a lot done last summer.
Yeah.
It was a really good motivator for me to just buckle down and get stuff done.
I finished one thing, and it was the wedding shawl. But my goodness, that had a lot of kilometers in it.
It had to be done. You got married last summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might enjoy challenging yourself to do that again and getting some stuff done. It's a really good challenge. Tour de Fleece will come up later this year. People are starting to talk about it now, which is great. I'm excited to do that and sort of get my spinning mojo going really good, as the case may be. I can't help it. My cat looks adorable. Keep looking at her.
I know.
Other than that, we've got a couple of festivals coming up. We're going to go to the Blue Hills Fiber Festival in June. It's on the 9th. It's during the Brandon Summer Fair. We will be out there visiting and doing that stuff. So if you plan to go to the Summer Festival and go to Blue Hills Fiber Festival happening in the Brandon Curling Rink, I think is where they've got us tucked.
I don't know, but it's the event will be linked in the show notes.
I think that's where the event's tucked. Anyway, it's going to be a great time. So we're going to go out there and do that. So if you see us, absolutely stop us and say hi.
Yeah.
Because we would love to see you guys in person when we can swing it. Then in September, we've got the Manitoba Fiber Festival happening here in the city. Again, same rules apply. If you see us, stop us.
Oh, there's another little one
on in May.
May the 4th, I believe.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that because I'm gone.
Oh, yeah, right.
I'm not here for that one, so it's the Little Britain one, right?
Yes, Little Britain Fiber Festival at Little Britain Church in Lockport.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be fun. I think
I believe that was
are going on, right?
Saturday.
Yes.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Anyway, also will be linked in the show notes. I do believe we're going out to that because I will not be gone yet. That's the weekend before I leave.
Yes. No, I'll already be gone. I'll already be out at my mom's. So all of that's going on, and our official, unofficial intern has been bugging me to maybe see if I can afford the flights out to Knit City and I'll stay at her place. So I maybe might be going to Knit City this year.
I'm definitely not going to Knit City.
No, you're using your vacation time on your honeymoon, which
Yes.
is totally legit. Totally legit. The only question is I need to know what your goal new festival is for next year so I can make plans.
This is me giving a very blank stare in the general direction of your cat.
Got it. I will randomly pick one. Do you want to do SSK in the summer?
SSK, yes, but Texas in the summer sounds awful.
Well, I mean, I'll be going, so you won't be suffering nearly as bad as me.
Sure? When in the summer?
Literally, like, July or something, June or July.
Okay. As long as it doesn't clash with DEF CON, because that's where the rest of my holidays go.
Right. Do you know DEF CON's always in June?
It's either the last week of July or the first week of August, somewhere in there.
Well, then why don't we just do Stitches West in California in February? Neither one of us will die and you can warm up.
Perfect!
Done.
Done.
I will book stuff, because we need to do that now.
I like California.
I've never been.
It's nice. It's like, their cold is like our fall.
I might take a look and see about maybe renting Airbnb for us.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Maybe getting a car and staying for a couple of days before and after and doing some exploring.
Yeah.
Because we could do yarn crawls.
Oh, yes.
And do nothing but eat sushi. Which your husband doesn't have a ton of interest in, but is really up our alley.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I like this plan.
Oh, thoughts formulating. I am the planner. I really am. And I don't know how I'm going to magically have enough money to go EYF. But, geez, I want to go. So bad. Maybe for my 40th birthday. No?
We'll work on it.
We'll work on it. It gives us 4 years. We got time.
I think it's time for the whole Brexit flight situation to settle down.
4 more years, I'd hope so. They've not gotten it figured out in 4 more years.
I'm just annoyed at Brexit right now because I
feel like I'd have to turn into my grandfather and say, just do it or get off the pot at that point. Like, holy jeez. Yeah, because they shot down the latest one too, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's such a cluster over there. You guys. Oh,
I only care insofar as it's messing up flights.
It just such a complicated mess. Holy Hannah. I can't imagine. It'd be like if Quebec tried to separate. It'd be such a hot mess.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's it. I think that's all for us, really.
I think so, yeah.
I mean, other stuff will creep up and pop up. Always does. If you were listening a couple podcasts ago, then you know to get ready to get going on July the 1st.
Oh, yep.
Jamie mentioned it at the Cozy Up Designs. We're going to do another Across the Prairies Cal again this year.
Yep.
We're getting all excited. You're not the only one doing a whip from last year or the year before.
I don't think it counts as a whip because I frogged it and I only ever got like 4 rows in.
Nope, it doesn't. I think a couple of girls are going to finish their exploration stations for the Cal.
Nice.
Which will be great because they have some great colors. So that's going on. I have no idea what I'm going to make because I'm going to use whatever Diana brings home for my birthday from Amsterdam.
Yep.
Yep.
Guess I better bring something good.
Yep. Notice I just put all that pressure on you.
Poop.
You know my favorite colors. You know what I can knit in. You know what I enjoy and like. And
Yep.
you know I'm okay with color matching things, weirdly. It's not that hard. I'm not that hard to buy yarn for.
Nah.
Oh,
I'm sure I'll find some.
it doesn't have black. Cool.
Yep. Pretty much.
Pretty much. Even better if it's got a white base instead of cheerful color. Not highlighter pink. I'm going to have eyeball problems if I have done that sweater.
That's like eye strain inducing pink.
It's so big.
It's amazing.
Diana, I'm knitting in the dark in the movie and I'm looking at my knit. Are you working underneath the sweater? That would be correct.
I'm pretty sure that stuff glows.
It might. I'll find out. All right. And that's it. That's all. I'll say until next week. I'm Jocelyn.
And I'm Diana.
And no matter where your week takes you,
Don't forget to knit. Your cat is still snoring.
My cat's freaking adorable.
Yeah, she is.
With her paw belly. We tried pumpkin flavored some sort of meat thing.
Mm-hmm.
And there are other cats in the kitchen, liquid, pouchy snack food thingies. There's more liquid in the pouch ones, which is what the vet wants her to have. Loved it. Like, scarf face. Couldn't get it down on the floor fast enough. Loved
wow.
it. Yeah, so there are 4 types of cats in the kitchen she likes. Telling the husband you're
Just wrapped up.
wrapped up, transferring files, and then you can run away.
Yep. Because I